we have every week as we do Styx. Now the VP race is a little bit a little bit different. First,
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, let's talk about. Boy, if you bought just so we can talk, just so people know, like if you if you had bet on Kamala Harris when she was at 6 cents to be the nominee, you're a multimillionaire right now.
Man, I wish I had done that.
Right. I mean,
I suspected there. Well, she was still at like 30 cents when I suspected that Biden would probably drop. I should have gotten in. I could have doubled my money at least.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, but also nothing lost because she still could not be the nominee.
I still think now the VP betting odds must be insane right now. I bet Buttigieg is near the top of the list.
We're gonna look at that. So anything, I mean, we've talked about this earlier in the show, but to recap, I think we're both on the same page that it is a virtual certainty that Kamala Harris will be the nominee because she has to be the nominee.
Otherwise, it means the Democrats have completely lost their minds instead of just blowing a gasket as usual.
You could try to bring Michelle Obama in, even though for all the reasons we've talked about, she's not doing it. I think, Gavin Newsom, no way. Hillary Clinton, I do think, is in the conversation for a long shot.
She would love it, but I think that third time's not a charm for her.
Yeah, and she would just be humiliated again. Because Trump would be able to be like, she couldn't beat me before. Why would you? America said they didn't want you in 2016. Why would they want you now? But I would argue that Hillary Clinton, cachet wise, probably didn't lose as much of her support as people might hope. People that voted for Hillary in 2016 would happily vote for her again, probably in 2024.
I don't know about that. Not after everything that's happened over the last few years.
It's possible. She certainly has some disenchantment.
Honestly, Buttigieg would still be the best possible choice absent Joe Biden, but he's way down the list, so he's more likely to be chosen to running mate.
Yeah, I mean, the people that they're basically just putting everybody in the basket. If we want to have fun here right now, Josh Shapiro, which is what we both thought earlier, front running with Andy Beshear in a close second.
He has been mentioned.
It is my opinion that VP has to be a white guy, has to be an old crotch, an older white guy. It just has to be.
You could go with gay Dracula, though. Buttigieg is probably the only one well-spoken enough to make up for not being older.
Yeah, he's as close, and he's got his own set of problems with.
And it won't be Whitmer.
No, it won't be Whitmer. Anybody down ballot here, down the list is insane. Roy Cooper's perfect. Old white guy that would protect.
Kelly's okay.
Old white guy. And when I say that, like old white guy, I really mean, like, I am legitimately discounting it. I am legitimately saying, for the same reasons Kamala Harris was chose, because she was a black woman, she needs a white man.
That's why Obama chose Biden in the first place for
Correct.
VP as well. Older white dude to counterbalance young black man.
Yep. So
because you have to strike that dynamic. You have to have a little bit of diversity, but not too much diversity, or else you spook the boomer voters.
The boomer voters would not vote for a 2-woman ticket, and the boomer voters would not vote for a double minority ticket. I'm sorry. That's
why Buttigieg is at number 5, because he's gay. Honestly.
Correct. He would be another minority type.
And he's like, fucking this shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're not saying that it's okay. We're not saying that racism good. We're just saying that racism real. And people are not going to vote for 2 women. They're not going to vote for 2 blacks. They're not going to vote for a half Indian black and an Asian. That's not happening. It's going to be an old white guy who is safe, and that's why Shapiro and Andy Beshear are front running. I would say if I had to place a bet today, it would be on Josh Shapiro.
He has been mentioned a lot more than others, but you know, it could also be some a relative unknown. There are another large number of white males in the Democratic Party. She could just handpick one that she happens to get along with. So the actual list is hundreds of names long. It's not really possible. These are just the ones about which scuttlebutt is being made because they happen to be mentioned by the legacy media. We don't even know that she's going to be the nominee yet. There's always the outside chance that she's not. So,
yeah,
everything is completely unpredictable at this time.
If we look at, you know, the Electoral College now is, I mean,
yeah,
it's I don't know how to read this. Is this saying that the most likely bet is that the GOP is going to win?
I don't think that's necessarily in order.
This. Yeah.
That looks like it's yeah, that looks like it's a little bit wonky.
If we go to presidential election winner, okay.
Donald Trump got a bit of an advantage.
Trump now up to 61%. I think that's as big as it's been. It must go higher. I want it to be at 70 or 80%. Kamala Harris, 40%. If I remember correctly, they might show this. They will show this. If I put Biden back in the list, okay?
Yeah,
Joe Biden,
he's gone.
Yeah, where is he? He's not even on the list. They just removed his data. Oh, Biden.
Yeah, Biden.
Oh no, here he is. Way back on July 15th. Everything post attempt on his life. Let's go 30-day. That's what we want. Biden actually, and we want Biden back in. Okay, Biden had surged. Biden had been in late June, as close as he ever was, at 48 to Trump's 52. If we go back to June, it was basically a coin flip, right? 52 to 48, 51 to 48.
And now he's out.
And then
you can look as soon as Kamala gets in and he gets out, it's basically just an inversion within polling.
Right.
It's like the people that were betting on Biden are now simply betting on Kamala.
They had the debate happened, right? And then it's basically been, you know, July. Then the attempt on his life happened on the 14th. Then he dropped out, obviously, on the after Trump survived the attempt on his life, Biden dropped. That's before.
Yeah, that's because people were expecting that he would drop and Kamala would take it up. That's why you see a perfect inversion of those two lines after that.
Yes, right. And now Harris has surged from 27. The speculative market, you know, had her early on, and now she's at 40 cents. That's still not, you know, that's still nothing to write home about. You know, people are saying,
I have a feeling that Trump will put her away without too much effort. But people do need to go out. You need to make sure to vote and get a friend to vote.
Yeah, and
at a bare minimum.
Biwa says that everyone is so sure she can't win, but that's overestimating the integrity/intelligence of American public. Hate being blackpilled, all the same. It's hard to believe he survived just to lose to her. Yeah, I mean, you got to vote. People are still going to have to vote.
As long as we keep the energy up and people actually go and fucking vote at a bare minimum and preferably get somebody else to do the same, there's no way that Trump loses.
Yeah, if we stay on the same trajectory.